Hi, I'm Quentz. Welcome to the 10th in my series of reviews for Season 1 of the Playdate, Panic's handheld gaming console. That's right, we're in double digits now. Each week, 2 brand new games from different developers appear like magic on your Playdate system. Week 10's games are Snak and Sasquatchers. Yes, we've got 2 more S games this week, starting with Snak, developed by Zach Gage, who created Spell Tower and some other really cool games too. Anyway, remember Snake? It's back, in Snak form. Yes, the classic Nokia phone game returns, only this time it's on a Playdate, and it's better than that. This game is to Snake what Pac-Man Championship Edition is to Pac-Man. All right, let me explain for all the Zoomers out there who don't know what Snake is. In Snak, you play as a snake, try to keep up, and you're constantly moving, but you control your direction with the D-pad, trying to eat all of the apples you see along the way. Every time you eat one, you gain a point, but you also get a little longer, you move a little faster, and if you ever run into a wall or yourself, you die and it's game over. So simple. At first glance, this really does just look like Snake with better graphics. But wait, there is more. First, you've probably noticed that the apples appear to have minds of their own and move around the screen. If they reach you before you eat them, they start eating you in a major role reversal. And the final most important new innovation, in Snak, you can jump. By pressing the A button, you'll do a little snake hop, and you can even jump over yourself. So whereas in Snake, colliding with your own body was a sure death sentence, here you've got an extra lifeline if you need it. And even better, if those aforementioned apples are currently traveling through your body when you jump onto it, you can eat them from there too to rid yourself of fruity parasites. And now you know what Snak's all about. As a big fan of the original Snake from back in the day, I love this new updated take on the concept. The changes to the core gameplay are very subtle, but they make a huge difference. I mean, I already thought vanilla Snake was pretty addicting, but being able to jump over yourself, that alone literally doubles the amount of control options you have. You know, from 1 to 2, it's a big deal. The game is still plenty challenging, and as you start to grow bigger and go faster, you're gonna have to watch out for running into things. Even with a jump option, it's easy to screw up and press it at the wrong time, so you gotta stay vigilant. And if you think you've mastered it, then you can move on to the even faster modes like Snak, Snack, and Snack! Each mode has its own leaderboard so you can compete against others in the same league as you online. Look, there's a reason that Snake was such a staple on cell phones back in the day. It's fast, it's accessible, it's habit forming, it's the perfect pick up and play handheld game, and Snak just takes everything that was good about that and amps it up to 11. I don't know how much more I can really say to sell you on it though. I think just from watching it, you know more or less what the experience is like and whether you'd be into it or not. I know I've ragged on some Playdate games in the past for being a little too short or too shallow, complaints some could very well levy against Snak, but none of that really matters to me because it's so much fun. It's extremely low commitment, and that's super appealing to me as someone who hates committing to things. You got 5 minutes? Pick up the Playdate for some Snak. You got an hour? Snack till your thumbs are sore trying to top the leaderboards. It's a game for every occasion. So that's Snak. Second is Sasquatchers, a game created by Chuck Jordan and another one with a great soundtrack courtesy of Jared Emerson Johnson. Sasquatchers is a turn-based strategy game that's not quite as pick-up-and-play-esque as Snak, but is still pretty accessible. Anyone familiar with the genre will take one look at Sasquatchers, see its influences, Advance Wars, and what have you. But unlike most, or I think all of those games, the focus of this one is not combat. Instead, you're a team of cryptozoologists trying to get photos and videos of Bigfoots and whatnot, posting them online and getting likes and followers along the way. On your turn, each of your 3 teammates can move once and use one action. They all have different abilities, but the most important will be characters who can take photos or video, which enters you into a pseudo 3D 360-degree view where you can position your targets and other elements for maximum social media points. You'll want to take pictures of those cryptids and make them look good. Other characters have support actions like luring cryptids to their location or stunning them for a round. When the cryptids take their turn, they'll move from the darkness and try to attack you, so you'll need to position characters by the van and/or a campsite in order to heal them back up again. Sasquatchers has a really fun theme, and that makes it stand out from other turn-based strategy games. The basic flow of it is familiar, but taking photos and discovering weird cryptids instead of just fighting dudes makes it distinctive. I was pretty impressed my first time playing this one because you open it up and it really feels like a full-blown strategy game. The graphics are sharp, the tutorial has funny dialogue, and the mechanics are all totally sound, moving your guys around the map, selecting their actions. It works exactly the way you'd expect. And because there are multiple teammates with different abilities, it seems like this is going to be a meaty experience with a good amount of depth. Unfortunately, most of the missions are fairly short and easy to complete. There's all this stuff going on in the periphery involving discovering and rebuilding your campsite and worrying about running low on health or battery power, except I rarely worried about any of that stuff because few of the missions lasted long enough for it to really matter. My strategy was pretty much just walk in a straight line, wait for cryptids to approach, snap a few photos, and you're done. When I did need to plan things out a little better, maybe use more secondary abilities to help me find the cryptids, or keep them from attacking too much, position myself by the van for refreshes, the game really shined in those moments, but I wish it was more consistent. Sasquatchers does have a varied selection of mission types in a few different locations that you unlock, different cryptids to find, even different teammates that you can buy using the money you earn on previous missions. Each of those teammates has their own actions that they can do, so you do really get a different experience if you switch out your team. Again, because the missions generally aren't super challenging, it wasn't long before I had enough money to unlock pretty much everything the game had to offer. You do get badges and statistics that keep record of everything you've managed to complete, which goes a long way toward making you feel accomplished, but if you aren't the kind of gamer who goes in for that sort of completionism, then there won't be as much to entice you here. I did like seeing the little check marks telling me that I finished what I finished, so I thought that was a nice added touch. The concept is fantastic, and the core mechanics are pretty good, but I wish that the game did more with them. It would be great to see Sasquatchers get a full-blown sequel because I don't think it would take too much to really bring it up to the next level. I do think that this genre excels on a handheld, and it could use more fresh ideas like the kinds that Sasquatchers brings in to keep the genre from getting stale. Not a home run, but definitely a solid title that does stand out amongst the others in the season. Hey, expectations are a tricky thing to manage, and they definitely impacted my take on the games this week. I understood what Snak was going for, so I found its simplicity charming rather than limiting, whereas Sasquatchers is a take on games that usually have a lot more depth, and I think that's why it left me wanting. But is that really fair to either game? I don't know. Let me know what you think of either of these games or my takes on them in the comments. And if you'd like, you can find my reviews of all the other Season 1 games on the Playdate in other places on this channel. I'll let you find them. You can find them for yourself. You can even subscribe in case you want to be here for the next couple weeks, only 2 left, of my Playdate reviews. Otherwise, thanks everybody for watching, and keep on snacking or Sasquatching, whichever you want.